So when we first started RVing about 5 years ago, we had some amazing friends, seasoned RVers, that helped us.
Yeah,
Helped
they
us
really helped us.
Peter, who we bought our first Class C from, he would spend so much time with us showing how to use it. If I ever had questions, he would come over, or we'd talk on the phone.
He helped us winterize the Class C the first winter that we winterized.
A year after we bought it.
A year after we bought it, he came over and helped us. And then later, when we actually bought our first tow car that we could flat tow, he came over and helped us hook that up.
You gotta love seasoned RVers. They are so helpful. And then we had some good friends, Jeff and Paula, who had been RVing for years. They went out to our first couple of campgrounds close by. We did our shakedown trips.
They were right beside us.
Yeah, they stayed right beside us and answered any and all questions. One of the things that she RV'd most of her life, but one of the first things that I was worried about was, I don't want to mess up on the black tank.
Yeah.
You probably understand that when you were a newbie. But Jeff showed us how to do it.
Him.
Yeah, showed me how to do it.
I stayed in the background for that one.
Yeah, she's right. Showed me how to do it, and you know, made it so easy, and so many other things that they showed us. So seasoned RVers are the best.
Yes, and that brings us to this week's video. Seasoned RVers are what has got us through our RV life. Listening to other people, taking their advice, learning something new. Every time we're around someone who has been RVing, we learn something new.
Yep. And we also have a lot of people that, now that we've been doing it for so many years, ask us, what's the tip you would tell somebody? So we thought we'd take that theme and ask these seasoned RVers, what's the one tip that you would share with newbie RVers or even seasoned RVers that they might not know?
Yeah, this is a very interesting video. It's going to be a little different than what we typically do. This is advice to you from other RVers. I'm Lynn.
And I'm Danny.
Welcome to RV America.
The original RV America.
Now, watch these tips. Hopefully you'll learn something.
Hi, I'm Deanna of Living the Silver Life, and I have a tip for people who are new to RVing. When you get ready to go out and find all your little organizers and things to make sure that your bins are set so they don't shift a lot during travel, measure them and take those measurements with you, either on your phone or on paper. Just always remember, square and rectangular are better than any kind of circular organization. So think about that, because it's gonna give you more oomph for your dollar there.
I'm Bill with Living the Silver Life, and we've been on the road since 2019. So a tip, we have a travel trailer, so backing's up a little different than when you have an RV, but one thing that never changes is there's no left and right in backing up. It's driver or passenger, because that never changes. Because if you are facing each other, your left is my right, and so on. And I tell you, you can hit a lot of trees going that way. But also another thing too is if you're backing up someone with a travel trailer, don't back them up by where the rear end is, just make sure it's clear, but you really need to watch the path of the wheels. And that's what you want to direct, is the path of the wheels. As long as, you know, the tail swing isn't going to hit something. But when you guide someone back with a travel trailer, watch the set of wheels and use that as your guide to where you want to place them.
Hey, I'm Tom. Boondocking. Let's talk about boondocking. Don't be afraid to try it. Boondocking does not mean you have to go out to the desert and stay out there for 2 weeks or anything like that. What you can do is you can go to Walmart one night and see what you can do as far as water conservation, stuff like that. Because we can take showers and everything we need to do for 8 gallons every night. It's a quick shower, but you know, you can do it. So don't be afraid to try it. That's all you got to do is just go out there and try it. You don't have to pay for hookups anywhere. Just go to Walmart or go somewhere and park in the parking lot and see what you can do for a day or two.
Now, Tom also has a channel, and his channel's name is?
It's Teach and Tug Travels.
Mostly on Instagram, but also on YouTube, right?
A little bit on YouTube. I'm going to get better, but yes, mostly on Instagram.
So look him up.
Thank you, please.
Hi, I'm Donna, and I've been RVing for about 10 years with my husband. And my tip would be for a first-time RVer, don't overbuy. Take what you need the first trip or two to decide what you need, because I can't tell you how many times I've taken 90% out of the rig that we are riding in or driving in at that time.
Hi, I'm Jerry and been RVing for about 5-6 years, and I would recommend that you get a good GPS system, one that you can put in information like your weight of your complete rig, your width, your height, just all those things, because that will also help you stay off of roads you don't need to be on and get in a predicament where you can't turn around. And that's just really sometimes it's a very difficult thing to do, depending on whether you're in a Class A or a fifth wheel or a pull behind. And if you're towing a vehicle behind you, turning around sometimes can be a major chore.
Name's Barry. I've been RVing for about 15 years or so. Lots of different places, mainly around Florida, some of them Alabama and Tennessee and those areas. I guess one of the main advice things is know the equipment you've got. Make sure that you've got model numbers and serial numbers for your refrigerators and ovens, and your leveling jacks and all the pieces of equipment you've got. Sooner or later, there's going to be a component that's going to fail on each one of those. If you've got your vendor name, model number, and all that kind of information together, and know your contact with your vendor, you can save yourself a lot of hassle by just calling them, getting the part numbers you need, and getting the technical advice you need to get things fixed.
Hi, I'm Lloyd, and I've been an RVer for about 40 years, and the best advice I could give you is to be prepared and be patient. Things happen. And as we travel, we've been in all 50 states, we've been all over the world in addition to that, but you always have to be prepared. Things happen that you don't expect, and you need to be able to work through them. If your belt on your motorhome breaks, you need to find somebody that can fix it and be patient. We sat 3 days waiting for the belt, but we got it fixed, and then we were on the road again. You just have to wait and be patient.
My name is Bill Brooks. I've been RVing for about 15 years. This has to do with draining your black tank and your gray tank. You should always have your black tank closed off until you are ready to drain it. And if you can, have your gray tank closed off a couple days before that, so that when you flush your black tank, you can then use your gray water to clean out your hose. Make sure that you always close your black tank off after doing this, otherwise you can get a pileup of dung in your black tank, and if it dries, it's hard to get out.
Hello, my name is Lanita. I've been RVing for 12 years, and my best tip is make sure you call the credit card companies and let them know you are traveling so they will not deny your credit cards.
Especially when you need gas?
Especially when you need gas or you're in a foreign country like Canada.
Hi, my name is Rob, and we own this CASITA here. And my tip for you guys is to develop a checklist. It's a checklist we have for when we get ready to go to someplace. So we have like check the pressures, check propane, check tanks and stuff like that. And this next column is when we get to a campsite when we set up. So we don't forget to turn the hot water on, because that's kind of a critical thing. The last column here is when we break camp, because you need to remember things like put the signs up, turn the hot water off, put the hoses up, and you don't want to forget anything.
Great idea.
And my second one is about buying propane. I suggest you don't go to Walmart and places like that where you get a bottle that's only 3/4 full for around $20. You can go to a propane distributor and usually get exactly how many you need for $15 or less money than that. I go to one that charges me by the gallon, so I can take a partial tank in and fill up, so I know when I leave I have full tanks of propane.
Hi, my name's Lakrita, and my RV tip for you is when you get ready to leave your driveway, say, I have my wallet, I have my cell phone, and I have my medications. For everything else, there's a Walmart.
And I personally think that's awesome because it's so true. Rob and Lakrita were kind enough to give us a tour of their CASITA. If you're like us, you love and you're just fascinated with these small rigs. A lot of people are, and theirs is cute as a button. I'm not kidding you. It's just adorable. And they're going to give us a little tour of it right quick.
Hi, this is our CASITA. We call it Egg to Go. It's a 17-foot Independence. It was built in 2017, and we have had it since it came off the line. It now has over 50,000 miles on it, and as you can see from our map, we have been in all 48 of the lower states. To get a sticker, we had to spend the night in our casita.
Okay, we're gonna look at the map. Look at their map. They're way ahead of us. So cool. The sun's really bright out here, so. Okay, and she says we can take a tour.
Come on in. As you walk in, you can see we have a 3-burner stove, a kitchen sink, and on the left-hand side, we have a fairly full-size refrigerator for a camper.
That is a lot bigger than what I thought it would be.
My husband also replaced our regular microwave with a microwave convection, and
nice.
he built the cabinet so we can place things on it when we take it out of the oven.
That gives you more counter space.
Yes, ma'am. We also have storage all along the top.
All the way around.
And underneath both bunks.
That's quite a bit of storage.
The bed actually makes a king-size bed, but we prefer to have it 2 oversized twins so we can have walking room. My husband also made a small pantry that holds quite a bit of food. And as you can see, I have a crock pot going with a roast in it.
But we don't eat here tonight. Okay. So we're actually going out to dinner, but that smells really good. This is perfect. Now, also, I will say, they have a AC unit up here.
It's also a heater.
It's also a heater, so that's great. And then they have a huge fan right here. This is bigger than the one we have in our rig.
And also, my husband put an LED light.
Oh, that's cool.
Really lights up the place, especially at night.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Under here,
okay,
there's
let me turn
also
around.
a gas furnace if you don't have electricity for heat.
Okay.
Here is our bathroom. It's a wet room.
Nice.
Does have a shower.
Back this way.
If you put the shower here, you have a rain shower.
Oh, perfect. Lots of storage there for all the things you use in the shower.
Storage there. And the toilet paper holder is around on the side.
Nice. And a little window. So very nice, very nice.
And here is our closet. And these is called Karen's Closet. They specifically make it for casitas. You can order it and have them install it. However, my husband installed it, and he did have to make a few little tweaks to make sure it fit, because each casita, even though it's the same, is different.
Oh, and you've got more storage down there.
And I keep my shoes down in the little part.
Perfect.
And I have lots
perfect.
of puck lights that run on batteries to light the way.
Now, did the ceiling come with stuff on it?
Yes, that's the way Casita builds them. That's the insulation.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
We appreciate your showing us around. So Danny and I thought we would share a tip as well. And here's mine. Always, always build a little bit of extra time into your trip. Things are going to happen. You're going to have delays. And if you've kind of not planned for every single minute, but got a little spare time in there to piddle with, then when you have those delays, it's not going to throw you way behind and make you all stressed out. So put a little extra time in your trip for the unexpected things.
And my tip is when you get your rig or get a new rig, make sure you take a shakedown trip. A shakedown trip is when you go somewhere close by and test your rig to see if everything's working, you have no issues and no problems. It's a lot easier to fix when you're close to home than if we've known people that have taken 1,000-mile trips and have issues along the way. So make sure you take that shakedown trip. Now that you've watched that, now you know why we like learning from other seasoned RVers.
Yeah, we always learn something. We hope you've learned something from this. I know we did.
Yep.
I learn something every time I talk to somebody.
And if there's a tip that you usually share with other RVers that you think maybe they don't know or maybe we can learn from, put it down in the comments, because we want to learn as a community so we can get better and better at doing this RV life.
Now what that means is that you have to take time to read the comments so that you can learn the tips that didn't actually make the video, because we couldn't talk to everybody.
Right.
So if this video is something you really enjoyed, give us a thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed, now's the time to subscribe.
It's free.
It's free. You know how we love free. Until next time, God bless and many safe travels.
And go RV, America.